Hello, and welcome to Outdoors with Aaron. We're back here at my mother's house. She's gonna do some freeze drying of some candy, and she's gonna show you some of her other stuff that we got over there. So basically, we're gonna go from there. We're gonna let her explain what she wants to do here.
Hi guys. Actually, we're gonna freeze dry this candy. I did a batch before. It was an epic fail, but I have done some of these other ones. We're gonna do a few Jolly Ranchers and some gummy frogs, some Skittles, and some ice cream. We'll start with turning on the freeze dryer, and that's gonna have to warm up, cool down. And I have to check to make sure my valves are shut. It's all shut, and we just gotta wait for that to tell us it's time to do that. But in the meantime, we'll take these trays out, and I do have them lined with silicone mats. They come with the freeze dryer. Well, I have to buy them separately. And we are going to save one tray for ice cream. I have done ice cream before, and it turned out awesome. Kids loved it. So I'm just gonna peel a few of these. We're gonna do some marshmallows. Take them out of the wrappers. We may have to spread them out a little bit because they may expand.
And those are just awesome reds, Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah. I just grabbed a bag. I didn't even look to see what kind they were. So we'll do a few of each, and we'll see how they come out. Because it's going to take a while for these to process once we put them in the freeze dryer. And in the meantime,
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll make another video for you guys when everything's done and show you that process. Now we're just gonna get it all set up and freeze dry it, and then do some other stuff over there for you guys. And then in the next video, you'll get to see how everything turned out, and we'll try it. And it'll be pretty cool.
and like I said, we're just gonna do a few because I don't want to put a whole bunch in there and then not have them turn out the way they're supposed to. Okay. So we'll just do that. Not enough of that. And we'll put some frogs on there. My scissors. Old faithful.
I've never done this myself, so I'm learning along with you guys. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I thought it would be kind of cool to do a few of these gummy frogs. Why not?
You never know.
I'm just curious to see what happens to them.
Well, like I always say when I'm metal taking stuff, you never know unless you go. Well, it's the same with this. You never know unless you do it and try it and see what happens. Unless you give it a try.
Try it, you might like it.
Don't ever be scared to try something, especially if you're trying new foods and eating it. Try it once. If you don't like it,
I gotta have
you
me.
don't like it.
I gotta have me frog.
She's eating the merchandise, folks.
The apple. All right, that one's ready. And then this one, we're gonna put a few marshmallows on it. See what happens. I did do marshmallows the first time, but the problem was they had chocolate in them, and there's oil in the chocolate that won't freeze dry. So chocolate's a no-go. But we'll try a couple of these marshmallows, and we'll spread out a few Skittles on here.
All this candy is making me have a sweet tooth.
Come back here.
I can smell the marshmallows. Brings me back to childhood camping. I'm eating too many.
I'll make myself a s'more on the stove. On the gas stove.
What's your cat's name? Forget.
Tinker.
Oh, that's Tinker.
Tinker, don't even think about it. You know you're not allowed on the table.
This cat likes to eat every bird in the state.
All right. Well, now that we're waiting on the freeze dryer to come up to freeze temperature. And that'll be about 15 minutes. And we're gonna do ice cream. But I don't want to do put the ice cream on the tray until this is almost ready.
All right, so we'll see you guys here in a second.
Again, we're gonna do some freeze-dried ice cream. We've got about a minute left before that's ready. This ice cream was starting to get a little bit of freezer burn, so I'm gonna use it and put it on this tray and put it in the freeze dryer with the rest of these candies and stuff, and we'll see how it turns out. This is what I did last time, and the kids loved it. Got a little freezer burn, but yeah, waste not, want not.
And that's why she waited for the dehydrator, so that it didn't melt all over the tray.
It may puff up a little bit, but last time I made it, it freeze dried really, really well, and it was really good. It's tasty. And this would be awesome in like hot chocolate, freeze dried. Oh, it'd be just like something new, something different. Come out of there. And this cookie scoop works perfect.
Yeah, my daughter and all the other kids, they just ate it all up.
I had nothing to show you. I need some hot water to dip this in. Of course, I only have a small freeze dryer, so I only have 3 trays, so it's a good start. Not sure how long it'll take. I just have to write it down. The time we started and the time that it finally finished.
Right. Like I said, I will do another video of the finished product and some other things, because it takes a little while to freeze dry stuff. So obviously,
depending on what it is.
Right. But we do have some other stuff in store for you, so enjoy.
If you have any suggestions, maybe something we haven't tried, leave it in the comments.
Yes, because we would love to try it. We are experimenting.
Okay, last one for now. I'm going to use this whole thing up, but I'll have to do that one on another freeze drying moment. Put this back in the freezer for now. Okay, so now we're ready to load our trays into the freeze dryer.
Let me behind you here.
It always tells you to check the drain valve and all that. If you don't, I made the mistake, I forgot to check it. Let's just say I had to throw a batch away. Because it sucked all the water that it melted out back into the freeze dryer, back into the chamber. Yes. So I had to start all over again and sanitize it and all that. Alright, so now that the inside is cooled off, we'll start with the ice cream. We'll put that on the bottom. And then we'll put the other 2 on top. Now just hit continue. Now it's in freezing. We'll have to wait until the temperature drops below 0. Once it does that, it'll go into vacuum freezing. And then after that, it'll go into drying.
So cool. So basically we've got to wait.
All right, so let's see what time it is now. All right. It's 4:41 that we put that in there, so we'll see how long it takes it for freeze dry.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, she has something in store for you here. I'm just gonna get this on video. So we have eggs, freeze-dried eggs. What's that, corn?
Yeah.
We have freeze-dried corn. She has some freeze-dried mashed potatoes and some tomato powder. Freeze-dried tomato powder.
That is made out of the skins and seeds of the tomatoes when I made sauce. I saved that and freeze-dried it.
All right. Here.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I think the first thing we'll do is we'll hydrate some corn. We'll just take a little bit of corn. It's just like, it's like popcorn. It's like powder.
Pretty cool.
Yep. We'll do a little bit of corn. This is the corn that I used to make corn chowder, and it was very good. The corn is so sweet. I was surprised. All right, so we got about a quarter cup of corn. And we are going to, we're going to do some hot water in this one, because this one's basically just going to rehydrate it. So we'll do a quarter cup of corn and a quarter cup of water. And we'll just kind of stir it around for a little bit and let that sit. Then we'll come back to it. In the meantime, we can do, how about we do some eggs? Okay, 2 tablespoons of egg powder and 2 tablespoons of cold water is an equivalent of 1 egg, which rounded off a little bit. And we'll keep the covers on that, otherwise the moisture gets into it and it won't be any good. And we will do 2 tablespoons of cold water.
So what about the cover on the corn?
Normally, when you scrambled eggs, you would use a whisk. Obviously, you don't have to do that with this. And you just add water until you get to the texture and consistency that you like. Obviously, you're not going to have all the whites and the yolk and little bits and the stringy pieces in it because it's freeze-dried. And then we'll go ahead and heat up the pan. We'll heat up the little fry pan. We'll just put a little bit of nonstick in it just because. We'll turn that right on. I got my turbo burner. It's my favorite one.
Turbo burner.
Yeah. And favorite spoon. Old-fashioned spoon. Now we just gotta wait for that to heat up, and then we'll cook us an egg and we'll see how it tastes. And I think it might need a little bit more water. We'll see.
I've tried that before in my other video, Camp Stonewall. If you haven't seen that one, go back and check it out. Pretty
That's
cool.
better. A little bit more water. You can always add a little bit more until you get the consistency that you like. Looks like baby food, which you can make baby food. Freeze-dried foods, perfect for baby foods. Perfect, obviously. And that's going to take a little bit for that to get a little...
All right, we're going to let that heat up and we shall return.
Got to use the... So we're going to put this in here and we'll see how it cooks.
Looks like egg to me.
Look at that.
There's your freeze-dried egg right there.
And you could probably use this same egg powder to make the egg for an egg sandwich.
Oh, for like egg salad?
Or an egg sandwich, yep. Oh, no, egg salad? No.
No?
No. It's not the right texture.
I'll throw some mayonnaise on it.
Because my heat's a little high, so normally I shut my heat off when I'm cooking eggs.
Well, I mean, look at that. It's scrambled eggs.
It's almost there. It's almost cooked. You get to try it.
I'm down. A little salt and pepper.
All right, we'll shut that right off and let that sit for a second. Because it got a little bit of wet there. And some people like it wet and yucky in the middle, and I don't.
Well, cook all the way, please.
Cooked all the way through.
I like a runny egg, but not when it's freeze dried. So that's what we got.
We'll get some dishes, try it out.
And the smell, it smells, normal. Like,
smells like a scrambled egg.
Yeah, like a scrambled egg. And I'm getting ready to eat it.
All right, we'll just pop that right. Anybody know what this is?
It's a handle oven mitt.
Some people thought it was something else.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll just slide that right off there. It's a beautiful cast iron pan. It's a little overcooked.
A little overcooked. Let's put some salt on it.
There's some salt right here. Redmond's real salt. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna need that. There. And let's give her a try. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. No, that you couldn't. I honestly couldn't even tell. Couldn't even tell it.
Well, that's my biggest thing. Was I have so many eggs. My birds. I only have a dozen birds, but they lay quite a few eggs in certain times of the year. They're starting to pick back up again, which is odd for my birds. Usually by wintertime they're slowing down, but this time it's the opposite. So I'm getting an overload. Obviously, I got eggs sitting here that have been rounded up.
It tastes normal. It tastes just like the egg when you cracked it out of the shell. So if you get a freeze dryer and you want to try the eggs, do it. I recommend it. Tasted wonderful. With a little bit of salt, it was even better. So all right, we're gonna head back over here and do some more stuff. So let's do this.
All right. Next thing we're gonna do is gonna do some mashed potatoes. Because I'm gonna wipe this out because I don't want it to be all wet when I scoop it out. Because that'll mess up all my stuff.
Oh, dog and the cat are going at it.
Hey, leave the dog. Hey, you leave her alone.
The cat just got him in his nose.
She tagged him.
Yep. Well, he should know better.
All
He's
right.
the dog's friendly and the cat's friendly,
All right,
but
so
they
we're
don't
gonna do the
really
same
like
thing
each
with
other.
our mashed potatoes. We're gonna do about a quarter cup, just for the sample. That's good. And I can vacuum seal these jars, which will extend the life of this, because you get the air out of the jars. If you're gonna be, I haven't put any oxygen absorbers in these because this is something that we could use now. But if I decided to freeze dry it and vacuum seal the bag into Mylar bags, it could last up to 20 years.
Wow.
Okay, so we're gonna start out with a couple of tablespoons of water at first. Well, yeah, use some hot water since that's potato.
I was hoping you were going to use hot water. I couldn't imagine eating them with cold water.
But a lot of your vegetables, especially the potatoes, eggs, squash, any kind of tuber vegetable can be freeze dried. And it's perfect for baby food. If you're the type of person that would rather have naturally made foods for your baby, these are awesome. I can't say enough about these. All right, so we're gonna do a couple of hot tablespoons of hot water. And we'll stir that around and see how thick it is. All right, it's starting to look like mashed potatoes. You may have to add a little more, like I said, and put a little bit in at a time until you get the consistency that you like. I'll put about a half a tablespoon in there. We'll see how that works out. It's a little bit thick, and obviously there's still a little bit of dry spots in it, so we'll put more water in it. I haven't figured out the ratios yet, water to powder yet. I just do it this way and it works out fine.
Play it by ear.
Yeah, it looks like mashed potatoes now.
Or eye, I should say.
Alright, we'll add a little bit leftover water. Just to thin it out a little bit. That's better. Move my hand out of the way so you can see it. That's quite a bit. That's about a serving of mashed potato, about a quarter cup of powder. And just add your water to rehydrate. Hot water works good.
So I'm feeling like this is going to have the taste and consistency of instant mashed potatoes.
And Aaron gets to try it.
Again, here we go. I got it. Yeah. Honestly, a little bit of salt and pepper and some butter.
That's the only thing I
Tastes
did.
just normal, like normal mashed potatoes again.
When I made the freeze-dried mashed potatoes, it did have butter in it, but not a whole lot. Because a lot of fats, high-fat products don't do so good in the freeze dryer. Because you can't freeze-dry fat.
So it's pretty good. You know me, I gotta eat it all. Cool.
Right.
It was delicious.
Alright.
So far, eggs.
Potato.
I recommend potato. I recommend. She's like a Julia child. Except for she's not cooking with the wine, she's drinking it. Well, alright guys, this is what we got going on in there. You can see that the ice cream's melting a little bit. It shouldn't melt too much, I wouldn't think. And the frogs and the Skittles and I don't know if you can see the marshmallows up in there. They all look pretty much the same right now. We're down.
We're at 33 degrees right now, so it's still dropping.
Yeah, and it's been 27 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been 27 minutes. All right, so we're gonna head over here and she's gonna show you some more stuff.
Okay, now that we're back, we're gonna do some of my tomato powder. We can turn this into a tomato paste. You can season all kinds of things with it. Whoops, I did it wrong. Blooper. We're gonna do the same as the others. Whoops. This is why I put a towel down. And I got this idea from a YouTuber because normally my counter's a mess. All right. Put that in there. I'm going to add some cold water. We're going to do the same thing we did before. We'll start with tablespoons to see till we get it to the consistency that you prefer. It depends on the person. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more than 2 tablespoons. And I'll stir that around. Needs a little bit more. Trial and error. And this is a waste not, want not type of thing. And it was just a perfect idea. I mean, thankfully, I'm going to put another probably half teaspoon. And stir it around.
What is that, like tomato paste?
Yeah. We will need to get a little bit more water. Handy dandy. And we'll add another tablespoon. I'll just keep adding until we get the right consistency. Normally a tomato paste is thick, but not so thick that it looks like you could roll it in a ball in your hand. That's better.
And you can use that for a lot of things.
Yep, you can use it as a thickener for sauces, obviously. You can add it to soups for extra flavor, vitamins. Okay, now we're going to let that sit for a minute. And then we're going to go on to testing out the corn. Now that it's rehydrated.
All right, here we go. Even the,
It's sweet, ain't it?
yeah,
Wicked sweet.
super sweet. Almost like it had sugar in it.
It's almost like candy.
The juice is even sweet. That's actually really good. I'm not going to eat all the corn because... But it's definitely, it's good. It's like when you have corn on the cob and it's really sweet and you got butter in it. I didn't even have no butter in it. But I'd put that in my survival bag. That's good. Cowboy, you want some corn? No.
Really,
I guess he don't like corn, but I'll eat it.
Yeah. All right. Something I want to bring up. We had a time during COVID that we had a hard time finding canning jars to do our food processing, to keep food on our tables. And I realized that some of the sauces at the store, this is a 24-ounce jar of spaghetti sauce. It's a mason jar. It can be reused. As a matter of fact, that's what this is. Obviously, I have the cover, the original cover that goes to it. But canning jars lids fit on them perfectly.
That's a ball canning jar lid.
Perfect.
And then you can can it.
So, and I reuse all my glass jars. I prefer to use glass over plastic. Plastic takes on the smells of chemicals. If something's been sitting for too long in your cupboard, and you obviously some people forget about it, we all do. And having it in glass, you're saving the flavor, you're saving the product, and you're not wasting it because it's got a little extended life, a little bit more in the glass.
So cool. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed our little video that we made for you. Oh, we still got that. I jumped the gun.
Now you can get just a little taste of it.
I will taste it, but I'm not sure.
It's unseasoned, obviously. But with the paste, you can put your own seasonings in it as you need it.
It has a tomatoey taste. It definitely needs seasoning, but you added some oregano or parsley or whatever that you want for like your pizza sauces or whatever.
You can use it, make pizza
It would be
sauce.
great. So, I agree. So, but anyways, I am thankful everybody's watching the videos.
Thanks for watching.
Give a shout out to my mother. She's on TikTok. If you'd like to go watch some of her videos on TikTok.
I'm a little goofy.
Yeah, but it's okay. Miss Virginia Q on TikTok.
57.
57. Miss Virginia Q 57. So go check out her TikTok. You know, give her a shout out. She likes doing this stuff and she just wants to show people, and I enjoy watching because I've never done any of it myself, so it's a learning experience for me too. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching the videos. There's a lot more stuff to come. Deer season's winding down, and yeah, ice fishing's coming and a bunch of other great things. So like I always say, keep on naturing, and we'll see you next time. Peace.